Brothers and sisters, for today's nasiha, for today's advice, I will share with you one ayah from the Quran. That's all. Along with a few ahadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that ayah is in Surah Al-Qasas, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا أُوتِيتُم مِّن شَيْءٍ فَمَتَاعُ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَزِينَتُهَا وَمَا عِندَ اللَّهِ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ. That everything, whatever you have been given, it is all the enjoyment of this life of the world and its beauty. And whatever resides with Allah is much better and everlasting. أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ. Do you not understand? Do you not have sense? The reminder that I want to share with myself and with all of you is a very simple one. But with that being said, it is something that is also very easy to forget. Now this ayah is from the same surah, the beginning of which I shared with you 2 weeks ago in regards to the fasting of Muharram. And it starts off with the reflection of the story of Musa alayhi salam, the same surah. Moving further on, in this same surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا أُوتِيتُم. وَمَا أُوتِيتُم. Everything, whatever that has been given to you. مِن شَيْءٍ. From whatever. This particular usage of the word وَمَا أُوتِيتُم مِّن شَيْءٍ, whatever has been given to you from anything. This is inclusive of everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you. Anything that you can imagine. وَمَا أُوتِيتُم مِّن شَيْءٍ. First of all of the physical and material, tangible objects that we have, all of that has been, whatever has been given to you, whether it's your house, whether it's your car, whether it's the furniture in your house, your watch, your glasses, your phone, all of these things, your hat, your clothes, it includes all of the physical things, and it also includes all of the experiences and all of the opportunities, accomplishments that you have made. Your friends, your family, your career, your entire existence. Your entire existence. Everything that you have experienced, everything that you feel and touch and see and hear and say, every single thing from day one till the end, all of that has been given to you. Everyone, everywhere, and everyone and everything in between. Every accomplishment, every milestone, the highlight, all of it has been given to you. وَمَا أُوتِيتُم. All of it has been given to you. We did not achieve it. We did not earn or acquire it. We are not the ones who pulled it off. We are not the ones who played our cards right. But in reality, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that gave you each and every single thing in your life. None of the experiences that we have had in our lives were experiences that we had, but they were experiences that were given to us. Whether we remember them or not, whether we are conscious about them or not, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sums everything up in one phrase. فَمَتَاعُ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا. Everything in our life, Allah has summed it up into this one phrase, فَمَتَاعُ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا. It boils down to one thing. It is the enjoyment of this worldly life. Our entire life summed into one phrase. Now obviously this short phrase must have deep meaning. So let's explore what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying when He says mata'ul hayati dunya. When we hear, first of all, the word mata'. When we hear the word mata', for those of you who are familiar with the Arabic language, or for those who are familiar with translations, a lot of time we hear the word, it is the enjoyment. Mata', right? Mata'a yamta'. To enjoy something. But it also means not just something that we can enjoy. Okay? There's a different feeling in our mind when we hear the word enjoy, something that we like, fun. But it is not limited to just something that we enjoy and have fun with. But it also means something that we can benefit from. Ma yuntafa'u bihi. Anything that we benefit from, whether it be novelties and luxuries, all the way down to our bare necessities in life, like a spoon or a plate, or a glass sitting on top of your water cooler. All of these things are something that benefit us. And not just the things around us, but every experience in our life, whether they were enjoyable experiences, whether they were fun times, the good old days, or whether they were hard times in our life, all of these things, even those things, are a part of what we benefit from while we are here. For example, we all understand having a good job, a thriving business, an education, a healthy marriage, etc., etc. These are things that we benefit from. But at the same time, there are things in our life that we may consider as setbacks, as disappointments. They are considered failures. For example, being in between jobs, having a struggling business, or a struggling marriage, dealing with health issues, and so on and so forth. Even though we consider these things as setbacks, but in reality, even all of those things, all of those experiences, they are all a part of the experiences that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intentionally and plans to put us through so that we can benefit from them. Mata' ma yuntafa'u bihi. Something that is useful for us, something that will groom us, something that will strengthen us. Every experience that you have in life, brothers and sisters, whether you look at it with the lens of positivity or negativity, whatever experience you have is a good experience for you. You may not be able to see it, or we may only be able to accept it at face value, that you know what? Oh man, this happened. But in reality, there is a blessing in every lesson. Everything in our lives is a mata', something that is beneficial. So that's one explanation, one understanding of the word mata'. The other reflection of the word mata', apart from being beneficial, is the fact that it reflects that something is temporary, that something is short-lived and interim, something that doesn't last too long. Like, for example, something that's made in China. This is mata'. Things that don't last too long. So the things that we have, and even the experiences that we go through, guess what, brothers and sisters? One day, they will all go away. How? Either by us being the ones to go away, or by those things and experiences meeting their demise. Think about it. You know, we don't lose things just by dying. We lose things by living as well. Everything that is aging, as time goes by, it depreciates, right? Our body depreciates, right? We start to wrinkle. Skin starts to getting loose. We start to start bulking up. Our movement gets limited. Our mind depreciates. Our senses depreciate. Our health. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, وَمَن نُعَمِّرْهُ نُنَكِّسْهُ فِي الْخَلْقِ. Whoever we grant a long life, we reverse him in creation. Allah brings back the weakness after the previous strength. أَفَلَا يَعْقِلُونَ? Don't they understand? Our houses age. No matter what the real estate agent tells you, our houses are still aging. You spend $40,000, $50,000 or $80,000 on a car today, in 5 years it will not be worth $40,000, $50,000 or $80,000. So the things that we have, they are not to stay. We are not here to stay. And every day that goes by, our life is passing by us. And now faster than ever. Anas ibn Malik radiallahu anhu explains that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لا تقوم الساعة حتى يتقارب الزمان فتكون السنة كالشهر والشهر كالجمعة وتكون الجمعة كاليوم ويكون اليوم كالساعة وتكون الساعة كالضرمة بالنار. A year will feel like a month. A month will feel like Friday to Friday, Friday to Friday. Every week that goes by, a week will feel like a day will feel like an hour. And an hour will go by quicker than you can light a flame. Or in our understanding, quicker than you can get the barbecue going. Time is flying. And we are aging. And our life is passing us by. And our things are depreciating. And even the experiences that we have had in our life. At one point in time, they were very clear and vivid memories. They were very, very clear and vivid experiences. But as time goes by, as we age, all of those things become a distant memory. Who remembers each and every single day of their life? We don't. We remember the milestones. We remember the highlights, whether it be the first day you got behind the wheel of a car, whether it be the day you graduated or the day you got married. Although many people would beg to differ or would hate to remember that day, but that's your problem. The day you started your first business, the day you bought your first house, the day you had a grandchild. All of these things, we recall these significant events, the things that left impressions on our mind and on our hearts. But all of these things eventually fade away with time. So we have to be conscious of the fact that time is leaving us. So what do we do? As conscious human beings who are living it day in and day out, who are experiencing things slowly turning into distant and fading away memories, the best thing that we can do with what Allah has given us and with the experiences that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put us through, the best thing we can do with it is what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explains it in that same verse. وَمَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. Whatever is with Allah is better. And it is everlasting. We make plans in our life. We set goals. That in the next 5 years, depending on what age bracket you're in, I want to graduate and land a good job. In the next 5 years, I want to get married and I want to travel. In the next 5 years, I want to buy my first house. And you know what? I'm tired of this job. Let me get into a business. And then once we get into the business, we say, you know what? I'm tired of this business. In the next 5 years, I want to sell it and get back to working for somebody else. We constantly set goals and we work hard towards these goals. You know what? I finished Pre-med, I want to get into medical school. After that's over, the new goal is, let's get into a fellowship. The new goal is, let's match somewhere for a residency. Let's go to law school. Let's pass the bar. Let's get a good job with this engineering firm, etc., etc. We constantly have goals and lofty plans. But what about planning for the future, the real future, the hereafter, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. Brothers and sisters, we make so many plans for our lives. We plan for our retirement. We plan. And you know what? We act like we are going to be the ones to pull our own plug. The way we plan, we act like we are going to be the ones to pull our own plug. We act like, we talk like we are the ones in control of everything. Couples who get married. Oh, I want a child. I want a boy. I want a girl. Let's have a girl. Let's have a girl. You will have whatever Allah gives you. The mentality and the thinking is as if we own our present and we own our future. We are not the ones who are going to be pulling our plug. Brothers and sisters, not too long ago there was a 25-year-old boy, a young man who we prayed for. We've had 70-year-olds and we've had 70-year-olds. We are not the ones who control the plug. We act like we are in charge when in reality Allah is in charge. We act like we own this life. We own our car. We own our house. We own our business. We get so full of ourselves that we think that the bathroom doesn't smell after we use it. We think it smells like roses when we get out. Guess what? Go on Google Earth. Go on Google Earth and zoom into somebody. Your car, your house. When you zoom out 1,000 feet, you are non-existent. When you zoom out 2,000 feet, your home is non-existent. It does not exist to your eye on Google Earth. Yet we say, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. What are we in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, brothers and sisters? We don't own anything. We own nothing. We have nothing. We are nothing. And in the whole scheme of things, my brothers and sisters, in our planning, if we don't plan to get close to Allah, if we don't include in our planning a plan to get our kids close to Allah, and our families close to Allah, and our communities close to God, then guess what? All of the experiences that we went through, all of the accomplishments that we made, and everything that we have is worth nothing. It's worth nothing. وَمَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. Let me give you a little reality check. You know, as parents, what don't we do for our children? We work hard. We sacrifice our dreams. A lot of us put our careers on the side. A lot of mothers, well educated, they put everything on the side to raise their children. As fathers, we work so hard. We give up our dreams, our nights, our luxuries. We work so hard. We sweat so hard. Okay? Let's not talk about young children right now. But brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, if we were to die today, how many of our teens and how many of the young adults in our community who have been born here, who are raised here, how many of them even know what dua to recite when my dead father or mother will be in front of me in janazah? Do our children even know what to say when we will die? At the first marhala and the first moment, phase of our death, the janazah. And we are so proud of our children's accomplishments and what we have done for them. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ. What will last? Our prayers will last. Our tawbah will last. Our dua will last. Our obedience to Allah will last. Our sadaqah will help us. What have we done for our brothers and sisters who are being oppressed throughout the whole world? Have we sincerely Giving sadaqah, that's one thing. Okay, how many of us have helped in that regards? How many of us have raised our hands and made a one-to-one dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help our oppressed brothers and sisters? It's such a shame that whenever there's gatherings at people's houses, parties at people's houses, we can talk for hours and hours about how corrupt this leader is and that leader is, how corrupt the government is, and we can raise our voices and get all red in the face and get all emotional and spend hours doing that. But we can't sit down and shed a tear in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide them, to help the oppressed, to guide the oppressors, or if not guidance, to rid of the oppressors. It's all about our perception. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wal tanzur nafsum ma qaddamat lighad. Oh, you believe, be conscious of Allah and look what you have forwarded for yourselves for tomorrow. My brothers and sisters, no matter where we get in life, at the end of the day, what other people think about us doesn't matter. What we think about ourselves doesn't matter either. Because a lot of times we hear people praising us so much that we think that, yeah, I'm successful. Or we hear people criticizing us so much that we begin to think, I'm a failure. I am a failure. It doesn't matter what people say about you, what people say to you. What matters is what Allah is saying to you. What Allah will think of you on the day of judgment. وَمَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ. Do you not have sense? If we can gain the sense and internalize, wrap our minds around what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in this short ayah, it will help us through our good times, and it will help us through our rough times. It will put everything into perspective. That if I'm looking so fly and I'm wearing nice clothes and driving a nice car and living in a nice house, guess what? What Allah has is better. And if I'm not driving the best car on the block and I'm struggling and I don't look like $1 million and I don't smell like $1 million and I don't live like $1 million, guess what? It doesn't matter. What Allah has is better. What we think about it. There's a saying in Arabic, كَبِّرْهَا تَكْبُرْ صَغِّرْهَا تَصْغُرْ. When you make a big deal about something, it becomes big. When you make a small deal about something, when you don't give something attention, it becomes small. We have to change and shift our attitude and make the akhirah a big deal and make this world a small deal. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us, كَلَّا بَلْ يُحِبُّونَ الْعَاجِلَ وَيَذَرُونَ الْآخِرَةَ. They love what's in front of them. Al-ajil, what is right there. They love the now and they forget the later. So brothers and sisters, in conclusion, our lives will pass by, whether we like it or not, and whether we are ready or not. And one day, all of you will come here, or somewhere a whole bunch of people will come, and they will all pray at my dead body, or yours, and all of the things that people said will not matter anymore. And what will matter is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. And remember, brothers and sisters, you will never find a U-Haul driving behind a hearse. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروا إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.